Middleweight bout here. Roman Kopylov sitting at minus 320 against Josh Fremd, stepping in at plus 245. Over under 1.5 rounds. Minus 190 for the over, plus 160 for the under. Roman Kopylov 3-2 in his last 5. Josh Fremd 3-2 in his last 5 as well. You see the height difference there: 6'4" for Fremd, 6 feet for Roman Kopylov. That's what it is on Tapology, but I think he's closer to like 6'2".
Yeah.
Just watching his last fight with Hiberio, they got Hiberio listed at like 6'1", and he was taller than Hiberio. So I'm like, I don't think that's very accurate. Either way, I mean, the reach is pretty similar. Fremd's coming off the big win against Jamie Pickett, where he missed weight in that one, and it looks like maybe the weight cut was a little rough on him because he said he didn't really feel like himself in there. Gets a decision win. Everyone was looking for the inside the distance there. Didn't happen. But his UFC career 2-2, and he's hoping to get above 500 here. Kopylov came into the UFC, lost his first 2, and now he's on a 3-fight win streak. Just coming off the big head kick knockout to Hiberio, UFC 291. Both guys fought fairly recently. And in this one, they were both replacements. So was it Anthony Hernandez was supposed to fight, or was it Chris Curtis was supposed to fight Anthony Hernandez, and then Anthony Hernandez was supposed to fight Roman Kopylov, and then Kopylov is now fighting Josh Fremd. So a lot of replacements, like I said. What are you thinking in this one?
Yeah, this is interesting because you look at Josh Fremd's last fight against Pickett, and I think a lot of people thought he was going to run through Pickett because Pickett's looked so bad in the UFC at times, and Josh Fremd, has some decent grappling. He submitted Cedriques Dumas. I fully expected him to just kind of wear down Jamie Pickett, find a submission, grind it out. But it was Jamie Pickett who landed 2 takedowns to Josh Fremd's none. So I don't know how good Josh Fremd actually is. Like he's kind of been up and down. I mean, you look at the loss to Trayshawn Gore where he about got his head popped off, got taken down 8 times by Anthony Hernandez when in his debut, and then beats Cedriques Dumas, who kind of got exposed as a fraud in that first fight. Even though he bounced back against a not so good opponent. And then, the win over Jamie Pickett wasn't a bad win per se, but at the same time, like he only landed 31 strikes in that fight and Jamie Pickett landed 14. Like it was just a disgusting fight. Roman Kopylov, on the other hand, on a huge 3-fight knockout winning streak after losing his first 2 in the UFC. At first, he got taken down in his first few fights. But since then has had, a phenomenal takedown defense. I think he's sitting at 91 or 90% takedown defense in the UFC right now. And everybody knows on the feet, Roman Kopylov can knock you out. He hits hard. He mixes up his strikes really well. I mean, he's got that kickboxing style to where you can tell he's been doing this a long, long time. And he's just on another level than some of these guys. And Claudio Hiberio, kind of a big bruising brawler, type of guy, and that head kick that Roman Kopylov landed was one of the best head kicks I've ever seen in the UFC. He just kind of out-volumed Puna Soriano and beat the brakes off him until he found the finish in the second round. And same thing with Alicio Di Chirico. They got the round 3 finish. So Roman Kopylov can fight for all 3 rounds. I saw signs of Josh Fremd getting pretty damn tired against Jamie Pickett. And you mix in Roman Kopylov's body kicks, the leg kicks, I think it's another recipe for Fremd starting to slow down and Roman Kopylov finding another big finish here, if I'm being honest. I got to go with Roman. I really like Roman Kopylov. I really do. I'm on his side in the last 3 fights where he's found the finish. Maybe it's a little biased for me here, but I do think he beats a guy like Josh Fremd.
Yeah, I think he does too. I think if Fremd wants to win this fight, he's got to look for some cage control, look for some takedowns, because if you're going to stand and strike with Kopylov, I think he pieces up Josh Fremd. Not to say that Fremd can't catch him, but I mean, you look at how Kopylov has lost, like it's just on the ground, basically. I mean, he's a great kickboxer, and he's pretty technical with it too. I mean, the way he set up the head kick was really nice. Josh Fremd hasn't showed me anything like great as far as the striking goes, technically. I think Kopylov just breaks him down, finds some kind of hidden knockout, and if he doesn't, I mean, he's got the volume to go 3 rounds and just keep the pace on him. So he's my pick for sure.